All right, everybody, this is Matt Holloway, your host of the HollowNet on the Mighty Powerful Mojo 50 Radio. Going to be talking with Sheriff Mark Lamb here, Pinal County, Arizona, in just a second here. This man has become known as America's sheriff, kind of in the vein, I would say, of Sheriff Joe Arpaio, kind of taking the mantle there.
But, just trying to do me. That's it. Just trying to do me.
But definitely living up to the reputation of America's sheriff, standing up against vaccine mandates here in the state of Arizona. I know Tucson was going hard on vaccine mandates, and you came out swinging. You caught a lot of flack for that. What's going on?
Did I catch flack?
I've seen it.
I know I did. I'm just kidding. Yeah, you know what? To me, it was a common sense thing. I don't know where we've gotten in this country to where we're now saying that the government should tell you what you should do medically. What's next? They're going to tell you can't eat at fast food restaurants, you know? That's what I try to tell people. It's like, it's not that I'm, although I am becoming more and more anti-vaccine as this goes along because of how hard they're pushing. It's not FDA approved. There's a lot of things that personally I don't agree with. But I support your right to choose between getting vaccinated or not. And I don't think it's the government's place to mandate it, which has always been my stance all along. And I give my employees the freedom to choose what they want to do, and I don't ask them, and I don't make it about the agency. And so, to me, that's a common sense thing. That's a fundamental, God-given right to choose, and it's a constitutional right to live your life the way you want. And so that's why I stood against it.
And it's a medical decision between a person and their doctor.
Absolutely.
It shouldn't come down to be a qualification in the workplace. And I'm glad you're taking that step.
If you allow them to tell you that you have to do this, what's next?
Second Amendment. I mean, because if you're trying to impose...
Or even medically, what are they going to tell you to do medically next?
Yeah. I mean, if you're trying to impose vaccine mandates on the whole country and people are going to resist against that, the next logical step is to disarm them.
That's right. So, well, don't give an inch on your Second Amendment. That's the other thing I tell people. Do not give an inch. I hear Republicans saying things like, well, maybe you don't need 30-round magazines to stop. Do not give an inch on the Second Amendment. You will never get it.
So, Sheriff, I live in Maricopa County.
How are you doing?
I live in Maricopa County. You're Sheriff of Pinal County, obviously. You're not on my back.
How are you doing? Good to see you.
But the question is, why aren't you?
On your ballot in Maricopa County?
Because, not for sheriff, but we have a contentious election for governor coming up. I believe you've supported Kari Lake's candidacy.
Well, I support all the Republican candidates. You know, I've told them all, hey, if you want to come talk about law enforcement, border security, come on down. I'm going to tip it this way right there. Thank you. I say, come on down, and I will. That's my job. My job is to inform these candidates about law enforcement, the rule of law, the border issues, and so I've extended that to all of them. Kari Lake, she's done a good job. She's come down, spent some time with me. So has Matt Salmon. I spent some time with Brnovich. Well, even though he's running for Senate, Jim Lehman, all these guys, I've spent time with them.
Do we see you trade in the sheriff's star for Senator's pin sometime?
I sure hope not. Honestly, it may disappoint some people out there, but I love...
Mark Kelly representing your neighborhood. It's not going to do, man.
And let me explain to you guys, because I get this question a lot. I don't make enough money. I'm not a wealthy person. I live basically a little bit better than paycheck to paycheck. I'm not complaining about what I make, but I'm not a wealthy guy. And unfortunately, the way it's set up is I would have to leave my job because it's a midterm election, so you can only run for office in the last year of your term. So therefore, I would have to leave my job as sheriff. And how do I support myself for a year while I'm campaigning for another job? Yes, you can raise money to campaign. I'm not worried about that. I believe there's a lot of supporting folks out there that would support. Hey, how are you doing? That would support me in something like that. But it's still, I have to support my own family for a year without a job. So it's too hard.
Maybe we got to wait a while until...
Come support me. A few of the other things I've got, like the American Sheriff Network and stuff. And maybe I'll make enough money to be able to do it.
I hope so. I really do.
And I appreciate that. And I'm honored that people would want me to serve in a different capacity. I'm a God-fearing, I love America. And so my philosophy is wherever my voice is loudest for God, family, and freedom, then I'll do it. And if wherever that takes me, I don't know. I'm just on a path, and I'm trying to walk through every opportunity door that opens. And if that takes me to a different office, then that's where it takes me. I have no desire right now.
I gotcha. I know you butt heads a lot with county leadership down there in Pinal County and with the leadership of Tucson, obviously, because it's an extremely liberal area there. The border situation, it's untenable. It can't continue.
No, it absolutely cannot. And I want to clarify, I get along really good with our board. Our board is awesome. They've given us more guys, given our guys raises. Everything that I've done, they've supported us on. I couldn't ask for a better board of supervisors. I've been very blessed. And I'm a little crazy on like ideas, and they're very supportive. So I just want to make sure that there are other, outside of Pinal County, there are other government officials that don't necessarily agree with me and don't like the ways that I do my job, but that's okay. They're not in Pinal County. So.
About a third of the legislature, I think.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
But yeah.
But you know what? I'm here to do what's best for America, for Arizona, our communities. And it's sad that that has become a political thing, like supporting the rule of law, fighting for Constitution, freedom. How has that become a political issue? But unfortunately, it has. Yeah. And we're watching as there are politicians in the mainstream media that are undermining those things that I just talked about: freedom, the rule of law in America. And so if they disagree with me, it's because they're not following that anymore.
And just one more thing, and I think we'll let you go because you got a line foreman behind me. But sanctuary city status in Tucson, what is that doing to your job, to your department, to your deputies? Do you feel it's placing them in danger?
Absolutely. So we used to have the Pima County Sheriff was very good, worked with Border Patrol, did a good job of trying to stop vehicles on the freeways. And I don't know what Tucson's doing or Pima County's doing now. I had a really good working relationship with the prior sheriff. Haven't really developed a relationship with the current sheriff. And but what I can tell you is there's a lot more people making it to my county, and between the border and my county is Pima County. Yeah. And so the more active they are, the more it reduces the amount of trafficking of humans and drugs that comes into my county. We always deal with it, but certainly a more active partner to the south definitely does help. But they're elected to do that job, and I don't tell other elected officials how to do their job, because that's what their people elected them to do it. So whether it's the council, the board of supervisors, the sheriff, I just do not want to tell them how to do their job. I can just tell you that we have seen an increase in the amount of people on our freeways and through our deserts.